And we're going to huddle up now. Football analyst and Ryerson University sport media instructor Dan Berlin joins us in Toronto. I guess your Sunday's pretty much taken care of.
Oh, it's booked from the beginning of the morning right through until post-game at around 10 p.m. Eastern.
You're going to have chicken wings for breakfast.
What do you think? Of course I'm going to have chicken wings. Breakfast, lunch, a little dinner, maybe a little midnight snack to boot.
Okay, so how's this game looking?
Well, you know, I think on paper we look at kind of history repeating itself. It was 13 years ago that these two teams met in Super Bowl 39, where New England actually squeaked out a 24-21 win over the Eagles back then. Now, a lot has changed. I mean, not so much for Philly. This is their first time back at the Super Bowl since then. They've lost their previous two appearances. While, of course, we look at the New England Patriots, one of the great dynasties of all time. They're in search of their sixth championship with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady at the helm. And I guess when we talk about history repeating itself, Scott, we talk about Justin Timberlake performing at halftime and whether or not we'll see another wardrobe malfunction this year.
Okay, quarterback matchup. It seems like one guy's a brand name, the other guy I never heard of.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, the guy we've all heard of is Tom Brady, and the one we haven't heard as much about is Nick Foles, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. I will say this, Scott. This is a huge mismatch, arguably the biggest mismatch in the game of two good teams and evenly matched teams. Obviously, with Tom Brady, you're talking about one of the greatest, if not the greatest, of all time, certainly in his sport or maybe in any sport. You know, he has 4 previous Super Bowl MVPs and is trying to become the first player ever to win 6 Super Bowls. You know, pretty impressive stuff. He's been to 8 Super Bowls. This will be his 8th, which matches the total number of games played by the entire Eagles roster combined. So I think experience is a big factor. And when you talk about Nick Foles, it's all about experience. He had a great game against Minnesota in the NFC Championship game. Whether he can repeat that on the biggest stage at the Super Bowl remains to be seen.
So the Patriots, clearly the favorites. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I mean, I think I'm looking at a couple of things. I think for the Eagles to have a chance to win, they're going to have to try to play with the lead. You know, New England, interestingly, in their 7 previous Super Bowls with Belichick and Brady at the helm, have never scored a point in the first quarter. Amazing to think, but it's true. So I think if Philly can get the lead, unlike Atlanta in last year's Super Bowl, I think they have the defense that can hold them.
Final score, maybe?
Yeah, well, let's give you a little prediction. I like a close game in this one. You know, the team wearing the white shirts have won 12 of the last 13 Super Bowls.
Wow.
That's what New England's wearing this week, so I'll go with the Patriots to pull out a hard-fought 23-20 win.
My only prediction is that you're having chicken wings.
Done. You got it. Hey, enjoy the game.
You too.